What's going on, y'all? So I know I dropped a video earlier today discussing the topic that I'm about to touch on right now, and it's not really like me to post, 2, 3, 4, anything more than like one video in a day. Most people who comment on my videos tell me to blog more, but I was just talking to my guy Vegeta. Shout out to you. Maybe I might have met him in person years ago at like a battle rap that I'm not entirely sure, but he has always commented and been like a positive person of support ever since I started doing my blogging independently after Vlad TV, and we were chopping it up, and he just speaking to him just kind of got my mind turning, so I decided to turn on the camera. Appreciate you for that, brother. Also, y'all all know I'm a boxer. During quarantine last year, I was working on fitness, like boxing clothing lines and stuff like that. Just like in general, just like clothing lines of like motivational sources. GTIF, grind till I flatline with the heart rate monitor, and my brother hitting the boxing bag underneath the F. It's one of the clothing lines I'm about to be dropping pretty soon, so look out for that. But let's get it popping. So, my blog that I just dropped before talking about DNA versus Loaded Lux and Murder Mook, and Danny Myers versus Loaded Lux and Murder Mook. I left out Chilla Jones and JC specifically because I have made blogs about both of them, not battling Mook, but battling Lux in the past. So I just wanted to really highlight DNA and Danny Myers. But let's put whatever. I ain't a battle rapper. I ain't freestyling. So let's put the four horsemen, the four top challengers, in my opinion, for Lux and Mook right now, outside of Daylight. Because Daylight, off his Tay-Rock battle, ascended to that God level as well. But four main challenges that I would like to see personally: DNA, Danny Myers, JC, and Chilla Jones versus both Loaded Lux and Murder Mook whenever that they occur. But what I was talking to Vegeta about was the fact that he was asking me, do I think, who would win, and who do I think Lux would take first? And I told him, I said, I think that Lux would take a battle with DNA before he battles Danny Myers, simply because I saw DNA posted on his Instagram a picture of him facing off with Loaded Lux, and Loaded Lux actually commented on the picture like, I'm gonna, what he said something like, I'm gonna check you out again in case there's something I missed or whatever. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we know that Lux is at least looking at DNA. And the thing with Lux, and I want to say Mook as well, but I'm gonna say specifically Lux, but I think Mook as well. But Lux, he responds towards what the fans want to see to a certain degree. Now, I know people weren't like, let's see Sue Surf and Lux. Like, nah, that was the bag and, smacking. But also they have, history and stuff like that coming up from the old era, so you never know. But his interest does get piqued when people start talking about this person, like is like a main challenger. So that's partially, and also kind of like, not partially, like the main reason why JC got like this close to having a battle locked in with Lux back in like, was it like 2017 or something like that? All the fans were talking about JC, being on the tear, smoking this person, smoking that person, back when people were battling in the large venues and stuff. And I remember Lux was on my channel. You could scroll through my videos and find it with me and Norbs. And he was this close from pretty much locking in a battle with JC. And then JC is one of those people, respectfully, he's active. He's not just active, he's super active. JC, Chilla Jones, Danny Myers, and DNA, super active battle rappers, man. They battle a lot, and people used to try to clown them. Y'all battle people, standing in a closet in a college dorm. So what? They always ready to put in work. You rarely ever, now I'm not saying never, but you rarely ever, and this is a factual statement, rarely ever see any one of those four get straight up smoked. You know what I'm saying? If they do get straight smoked, especially back in the day eras when it was like crowds involved, like big crowds, you might have bias in the room. So some people, like K-Shine versus Chilla Jones, someone commented on my video talking about K-Shine 2-1. Stop it. Bias crazy. That's like talking about Aver beat Charlie Clips way back in the day. You feel me? Like sometimes with the big crowds, that's one of the downsides of a big crowd room, like a large Webster Hall type venue, because you have a full crowd of bias, full crowd of people that go up and they say, no matter what happens, I'm rooting for this person. So in the past, you might have seen one of those four homies get cooked in front of a big crowd, but it's rare. It's rare. They battle. They're always ready. Straight up. They always ready. They dudes in battle rap who rep ABG. Anybody get it? They're always ready. You know what I'm saying? And JC had one or maybe two performances that were like, it wasn't interstellar JC. It was like regular human. You know what I'm saying, JC, where he was like not even bad, but like mediocre compared to what people were used to seeing. And because he had one or two, battles that weren't in another galaxy, the fans all of a sudden, nah, JC, he's not worthy, he's not ready for Lux. And because the fans started saying that, Lux was like, oh, well, you're next, you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? Kick rocks. So right here, I got, motivated from talking to Vegeta on YouTube. I got motivated to turn on my camera and just remind the fans, yo, all four of these brothers deserve to have battles with Lux and Mook and or Mook, whichever happens. Hopefully both. That would be lit in my opinion, but and or. And at the end of the day, like, not only do they deserve, they've proven their worth. They put in mad years of time, so it's not like a Real Sick. In my opinion, Real Sick is one of the best out, period, right now. I don't care what anybody want to tell me. He could have just first had his first battle yesterday. I watched the one battle and say, yo, my man is a beast. Facts. Now, granted, because he's so new, a lot of people are like, nah, you need more time. You need to put in more years. You need to, clock in more hours. So I understand that. All four of these dudes that I just mentioned, they put in wild time. Wild time. There was some dude who commented on, I think it was one of my YouTube joints talking about Chilla Jones. It was either my YouTube or his Instagram, something. He talking about Chilla Jones isn't ready for love. Stop it, bro. Stop it. It's fans like that, no disrespect to that dude, but it's fans like that who have that mentality who are going to ruin opportunities for battle rappers, and also for these four specifically, and also just ruin dope ass battles. Y'all can't look at me. Y'all never really see me, but still, y'all can't, if who you face to face, y'all could not tell me like, yo, bro, none of those four battle matchups would be fire. Are you crazy? First off, stylistically, Lux versus any one of them, crazy. He's a new battler, so he's not, at the experience level yet. But throwing Kid Chaos, that's another one. 5 right there for Loaded Lux, pen game, retarded, bro. So stylistically, those battles would be crack. And y'all want to talk about, they're not ready. What? What? That's crazy. In boxing, people be training and stuff, and a lot of times people come into the gym who don't have a background that kind of, included street altercation. So there's a lot of people that I've trained who've literally never been in a single fight in their life. I don't know where they grew up. They ain't grew up in New York. You know what I'm saying? But they never been in a single fight in their life. And they be asking me, hey, Mike, yo, like, when do you think I'll be ready to spar? And I literally look at them and I say, when you stop asking me that question. Simple as that. We, the people, can't tell someone else, oh, you're not ready yet. What you mean? We can't tell no one they not ready. If in their mind they say, yo, I'm here, it's go time, then it's go time. You know what I'm saying? Now, all we the people could do is say they haven't put in enough work yet, okay. But to say they're not ready, nah, cut it out. Cut it out. Battle rap fans, yo, don't ruin 4, well, technically it'll be 8 potential great matchups. Please don't do it. Don't kill the vibe. Danny Myers versus, and for Murder Mook specifically, for me, Mook, I think dope battles would be DNA and Danny Myers for sure. That's why I mentioned them in the original blog. DNA and Danny Myers versus Murder Mook, I think that would be fire, both of them. I'm gonna take Kid Chaos out because he is still new. But for like JC, stylistically, it still would be fire depending on the setting. That's gonna go into another discussion. But fans, don't kill the vibe before it happens. Don't take it off the table. 50 Cent versus Ja Rule, the beef back in the day. 50 did partially kill Ja Rule's career, but it wasn't just 50. It was the fans. It was the fans. The fans are the ones who make people rich. So 50 started clowning them, you making sucker music, blah, 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 street beef, you soft. The fans started buying into it. Yo, Ja Rule soft. Next thing you know, they stopped playing his music. They stopped buying his albums. Next thing you know, Ja Rule was out of here. It wasn't all 50. It was the fans. So fans, don't kill the vibe. Support Danny Myers, DNA, Chilla Jones, and JC battling Loaded Lux for sure. For sure, those four. And support Danny Myers and DNA battling Murder Mook, man. Support it. Those are fire battles. And to make this short and sweet, a message to Smack and URL real quick. Beasley, Chico, everyone else who's behind the scenes, Nunu. Please, for the love of God, don't take away the crowd if these battles happen. I don't want to see let's say maybe I hope it's not volume 10 because that might take a little while. I don't know. But whatever. Smack volume 8, the next volume. I would say it's going to happen soon. The next volume, Smack volume 8. The whole card goes with having 10 people in the background, 12 people in the background, whatever. Not too many, you know what I'm saying? And then for the big headline, Lux versus, Mook versus, DNA versus, Danny Myers versus, JC versus, Chilla Jones versus. Y'all want to talk about, oh, we gonna clear the room. We clearing the room. Everyone get out of here. Just smacking the back. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Battle rap, the genesis, everyone, it's on the street corners. It was in the hallway in the project buildings. It was in the schoolyards. It was in the lunchroom cafeteria when dudes was young. Cool. What was there with the battlers during all those settings? Viewers, fans, supporters. You can't all of a sudden be like, yo, nah, it's only y'all. Even in boxing, it's only the boxers and the refs, the ref in the ring or UFC, the octagon. But there are people in attendance. Even during the 2020 quarantine, all this stuff like that with lockdowns and stuff, they would still have like a background screen of, people in the stands. So you can kind of get that vibe like, oh, there's still energy around. They would have recordings playing of people in the background reacting to stuff. Like, do not take away the crowd, yo. Don't do it. It a lot of times will make stuff very awkward. I'm not asking for gas. Nobody's ever asking for gas. But the crowd and the energy that the crowd does bring amplifies viewership. I'm a app paying member. I've been on the app since they first dropped the app. And in my opinion, also whole nother topic, but y'all need to revamp the comment section back to what it used to be. The live comments thing, in my opinion, super basura trash. Cut that out. Bring it back to like the old YouTube style comments. But off that, don't take away the crowd. Take away the crowd like y'all did, especially like the Tay-Rock and A-Verb. It was more so, in my opinion, like that Rock wasn't like super Rock. He was solid though, solid material, solid punches. But Verb just was super poetic and speakeasy flowetry type of style with the multis and talking all this talking that talk with no punches. So in my opinion, the battle didn't have that essence because material wise. But the Rock and Mook, bruh, that battle would have been so much better if you kept people in the back. Well, if you just had people in the back, period. Put Lux and Mook versus any of the four that I just named, DNA, JC, Chilla, Danny Myers. Put those battles in a band setting. Again, Vegeta mentioned. Was Vegeta mention this? I don't know if it was Vegeta who mentioned this one, actually. There might have been someone else. I be talking to people online. It was either Instagram or YouTube. But put it as a band setting, yo. You could put it black and white. You could put it dim lighting, like alternate, whatever, like faded shade colors, something like that. Or you could bring it back to the old school style. If you want to go old school with it, like you tried the street corner, that was terrible. It's awful. But if you want to go old school with it, try to recreate Black Star. I've been to Black Star battles. Fire, bro. The energy in Black Star was retarded. You go crazy. You want to punch holes through walls. You screaming so that fire. You want to bring back the essence Bring back a replica Black Star. You got the budget. I know you got the budget. You definitely have the budget. Caffeine making stupid guap. I ain't even gonna bring up the legal thing. But y'all got money. Y'all got money. I'm keeping it positive. Y'all got money. Y'all got the budget. Recreate Black Star. And what was Black Star? People in the crowd. Whether you want to do it URL Black Star, Lions Den version, whatever the case, bro, you gotta have, bro, put people, man. Yo, battle rap fans, don't turn your back on any of these matchups. I'm saying four, but the four guys that I mentioned to go up against the Mount Olympus in terms of reputation, 8 matchups. Don't turn your back on it. Smack URL. Stop clearing the room for big battles. I'm out of here.